How do you cope with feeling of loneliness? You do not cope with it. You get used to it. Eventually, you find it more comforting to be with yourself than with company. After that, nothing can ever stop you. I work out and I'm slowly getting to the point of being comfortable being on my own. Slowly becoming unstoppable. I write stories with characters I'd like to interact with. Then I write myself in situations where I interact with them. Lets me get creative and actually takes away some of that feeling of loneliness. Like a cheat code for making my brain think I'm talking to someone else. Work on yourself. Be it learning a bother language, working out, etc. You will be too busy to worry about it, or you will find a person or group through your efforts. Weed. I do things that make me happy. When you're alone, it doesn't matter what you do. Just make yourself happy. Crying. Then distract myself with the internet. Prob not good advice. When lonely, use time to focus on self-care of body and mind. We have usually isolated ourselves and need to mend. Make a new Reddit account where you can unabashedly complain about your dying relationship to strangers. Probably. I don't. I lose my mind more and more until I'm either so depressed that I don't move or I get extremely bitter and jealous, so I become an asshole. I don't. As I'm an introvert. You turn it to solitude. I love me some solitude. Going to work. I'm an only child. Other people have merely adopted solitude. I was born in it. Molded by it. I didn't see another person outside of my family until I was already a man. By then they were nothing to me but blinding. I don't cope. I've just learned to live with it. I find prostitutes to be able to help with that. Beer. Beer. And more beer. That is a temporary resolution, but what it really takes is talking to individuals who can relate. And doing things you enjoy. That and time. I got cheated on a few months ago and it tore me up and made me feel unbelievably lonely for the entire summer. I finally got over her and have been happy ever since. Being alone with a book or a great video game is better than being in bad company. Masturbating. I let it out at night. Never felt it. Always been happiest alone. Get a pet. Deleted. Everything ends. I personally learned to endure things. Might not be a cure, but it works. Realizing you are never alone. You are always in contact with people. In some way or another. Reddit. And you can be brave and go out by yourself and meet new people. It's hard, but it's nice once you make it. I guess people wrote here that loneliness is a state of mind. And you have control over it. Edit. You are not alone. We are here for you. I distract myself. You only feel lonely when you pause and let your mind think. So just mute it by keeping busy. Listening to music. Humming or singing when feel sad. Whatever you do, don't leave your mind on static. I usually only feel lonely around others. That's when I know it's time to leave. Loneliness when by myself is usually the product of an illusion. Like, I imagine myself in a really good relationship or among a loving family. I get sad or wishful. But it's comparing my life to a fantasy. Sounding songs and drawing in a book. Sending love white heart. I know how heavy and sad that can feel. I try and talk to my friends. If no one's available, I sometimes literally come on Reddit. I go to dance classes and do things I love and that fill me with life energy. I journal. I cry if I need to. I write music. Listen to podcasts. Read. Look for funny videos and things that make me laugh. Sadly can't own pets in my current flat, but I would recommend getting one if you like animals. They're so healing. There are apps where you can literally spend time with other people's dogs too. Smiling face. I did that last year when I felt lonely. I love you, internet stranger. You are not alone. Teddy bear. Look at how many people commented on your post and wanted to contribute. Talk to my fish. Go to the pub and chat with people. Or chat on here. I don't really get lonely. Being an Aspie, I'm emotionally fully independent and require a lot of space and breathing room, otherwise I start to feel smothered, annoyed, bitchy. Don't really like meeting people in real life. There was a time in my life when I tried hard to fit in. Merely because that's what everyone else was doing, and I felt sort of a peer pressure to do the same. I just didn't want to stand out like a sore thumb. However, it didn't work. Later I started to realize that the reason people don't give a shit about me is because I don't give a shit about them. I don't care about gossip. I don't care who's banging who. I don't care what you ate for dinner. I just don't give a shit and, well, people take it rather personally. Talk to people. It could be over text or in person. It doesn't have to be a long conversation about something. It could just be saying, hi, and asking how they are. Let me tell you this. If you meet a loner, no matter what they tell you, it's not because they enjoy solitude. It's because they have tried to blend into the world before. And people continue to disappoint them. Jodi Picoult, my sister's keeper.